Epilogue. Queen Kong.
Say farewell to all your fill, rip up all your will, and pop your final pill. Amen, that's death. It tastes... Say farewell to all your...
Well, I never.
Ooh, I say. Oh, that is good.
And pop your final pill. Amen, that's death.
Run, you fools! It's for real!
I'm not sure whether they spent enough on the script for this movie. It seems to be all just special effects.
Is it intermission yet? I was hoping for something nice and sticky on a stick.
The only thing sticky around here is this finale. Get on with it! Bladders! Get your bladders here! Only a groat apiece, and even then I'm cutting my own throat.
Bladders? Are you taking the pic? Bladders?
Bladders, my friend, a rustic forerunner of the more familiar rubber balloon, as enjoyed by children. This is absolutely true. Who says computers aren't educational? I've got sheep bladders, vole bladders, moose bladders. You want a bladder? I'm your man.
You know, I believe you.
You can do other things besides blow 'em up, you know. Oh, dozens of uses a good bladder. Although, right now, I admit I can only think of one or two. One, really.
Animal bladders.
That's right, Squire.
There's toys for children.
Wonderful idea, eh?
Look, do you really think this is an appropriate part of an animal's offal to be touting about as a child's toy?
Well, I suppose you're right, sir. But the stomach gets used for haggis and the intestines get used for sausage skins. Wait, brilliant! There's one bit no one ever uses. I can get hold of a pile of them right now.
No, stop right there. This has gone far enough. Bladders I can almost understand. But I will not allow you to run about giving children toys made out of...
Skulls, sir? What's wrong with that? I can make little drums, castanets. Little money boxes.
Skulls! Oh, good, right. Well, that's okay then. You just go and sell some animal skulls later on.
It'll have to be later, Squire. I'm still trying to shift all those animal colon footstools I made up yesterday.
Now that's free enterprise. You see, that's what makes this city great. A man's free to reuse the internal organs of dangerous fauna in any way he sees fit, no matter what the health department says. All right, I'd like to buy some bladders, please.
Certainly, Squire. Now then, what sort? We got your rat, your vole, that's the field vole, meadow vole, and the killer Clatchian vole.
A killer vole?
Oh yeah, you know the ones, 6 feet long, covered in poisonous spines, with incisors like chisel blades.
But I thought voles were sweet little things, you know, small and brown and covered with fur.
Not these ones, sir. Take your arm off in an instant. They've levelled whole continents. Obliterated ships filled with puppies, baby kittens and innocent nuns.
Wait a minute! These look like sheep bladders. It comes to something when a poor sheep is finding its essential organs floating around as kiddies' balloons.
Sheep, sir? Never, sir. Catch me arming sweet little creatures with curly wool and big brown eyes? Nah, not on my life. Cut me own throat if I tell a lie. These have been taken from Clatchian voles. A life form so foul, sir, so venomous, so putrid and psychotic that the hunters, sir, the hunters were all awarded medals for services to humanity. Clatchian voles is like rabid sharks on legs, sir.
Oh, well, that's all right then. In that case, give me some of them.
Right you are, Squire.
I just hope they had time to go to the lavatory first, though. Oh, God! Sorry, got carried away again. I do hope the little fella's okay up there. I'll rescue him soon.
Ogle, snappy for a ragman's trumpet, millennium hand and shrimp.
Yes, it is very romantic, isn't it?
Oh, bugger it. Front the biscuit for a sneaky trouser. I told 'em.
You're just an old softy under that crust, aren't you? Of course, she is rather tall, but they do say size isn't important.
Actually, they do make a beautiful pair, you know.
Bugger it.
I mean the librarian and the giant. Do you think we should rescue him, Dean? Well, I was just wondering if we might have to rescue her. Perhaps we'd better just let nature take its course?
Got a horse, did you say? How's he going to get it up that tower with that big woman in the way?
Pretty Polly.
Bladders! Get your bladders here!
Hello there, young man. Having a good day?
This is clearly some attempt at sarcasm. Haven't you got anything better to do than sit here all day?
Well, it's not every day I get to see a man torn to pieces by a giant elf.
Oh. Yes. Point taken. Are you sure this is where you want to be? I mean, it's not exactly safe, is it?
I don't know. The safest place seems to be wherever you are. I heard all those comments you made about the animation budget, you see.
She's right there, you know. Waiting to see me get croaked, is she? the fact that this is the last scene of the game makes me refrain from saying something really acidic. You can swap minds with this raven, can you?
Yes, I'm very good at it.
Oh, go on. You can't possibly manage to put all your knowledge and experience into that tiny little avian brain.
Ha! Of course I can. Just watch.
What a clever woman. Clever, yet oddly dumb. What are you still doing here?
Doing? Well, I'm not dying, that's for sure. I've tried drowning, I've tried stabbing, I've tried hanging, and that's an extremely boring way to spend a night hanging around.
Yes, well,
Then I tried poison snakes, poison ivy, poison potions. Even tried me some of that deep water blowfish, but do you think I'd drop dead? Not a bit of it. I went to the worst reputed restaurant in Ankh-Morpork, and that was hard to find, let me tell you. I got a meal made by the owner's pet rat, called William. Still nothing. Can't even get a decent case of food poisoning in a town these days. In my day and age, you went in fear of your life every time you went into a street cafe. There was your basic food poisoning, your lead poisoning from the cooking pots, ground glass from the mixing pestles.
yes, look, I really have to go.
And it bloody cost me 17 pence. 17! Just for a bit of fly-blown blowfish. For that kind of money, you'd expect them to throw in William the Rat as well. I ask you, how's a body supposed to get its last rites in this day and age? I am going to die if it's the last thing I do. What is it now? The dead are supposed to rest in peace, you know. Run! It's a falling giant woman! And that's another thing. In my day, girls were sweet, demure little things, not 60-foot tall monsters like you apparently get now. And I'm also pretty sure that in my day, they all actually wore something under the... Sometime later. So, it's you at last, is it? So where do you think you've been?
Sorry, it's been a bit of a confusing week.
Confusing? I've been undead since 10:30 on Tuesday morning. I mean, I wouldn't complain, but I lost 17 pence just on blowfish since I died. You'd think the afterlife would be cheaper, wouldn't you?
Well, I've said sorry, haven't I? Come on, let's have a curry before we go. My treat.
Ah, well, all right, that is rather decent of you. By the way, I tried strangulation, drowning, poison, traffic accidents. I even listened to improvised jazz music. But that just made me wish I was dead. Or that the musicians were dead at any rate. How did I finally manage to go?
You got sat on by a giant elven queen.
Now there's one I never thought of trying. Still, if you gotta go...
Yeah!